Hey everyone, I hope you're doing well today. A lot of you have been asking for Valentine's Day related projects and more DIYs in general here on SoCraftastic. I'm going to show you how to make some really cute candle hearts and a water candle variation as well at the end. I am thinking to do one more Valentine's related video, probably some easy room decor / gift ideas. So let me know if you're interested in that or if you'd rather see some card designs or anything else. For those of you who really like seeing my cat Leo in the videos, he actually isn't in this one, but I just restarted his channel, so if you're interested in seeing a brand new video over there, go ahead and check it out in the description box below. And I've also been posting vlogs regularly, so there should be one of those up later tonight or tomorrow, depending. Live Love Sarah Lynn is my vlog channel. Wow, that was so cheesy. Let's get on into making these. For the first candle design, I am using 2 different colors of wax, and very carefully with a sharp knife, I'm going to chop these waxes into very tiny cubes. Depending on the look you're going for, this step is completely optional. You can just skip doing all these chunks if you don't want your candle to be textured and you want to do something that's quicker and easier and just have your heart be one color. Now I've brought a pot of water on the stove to a low boil, and I'm going to stick in this melting wax pitcher. I don't know exactly what it's called, but you can get it from a craft store in the candle making section. So here I'm taking a different chunk of wax and I'm melting that down completely in this pitcher. If you don't have one of these, you could also look up methods on melting wax in the microwave. There's ones that they sell, like for instance, they have shredded soy wax that you can melt very easily in the microwave if you don't want to deal with melting it on the stove. Now it's melted, and I'm going to remove that from the water and set it out to the side so you can see that it's completely liquefied here. And the first thing I'm going to do is take my wick and dip it into the pitcher, and this is going to secure the wick to the inside of the mold. And by the way, you can see I'm using a silicone heart tray. For some reason mine was bent at the bottom, so I just put a little extra wax and straightened it out, and now it's going to work great. So it's stuck in there, and I'm going to move on to coloring the wax. Now for this, you want to wait until you can see it harden a little bit on the inside of the pitcher or whatever you're using, so you know that it's cool enough for the colorant to mix in well. I'm doing a kind of corally pink color, and I'm going to take this dropper and put a bunch in. It takes a lot of colorant to make wax vibrant, but I usually enjoy doing pastel colors, so that works out great for me. I don't have to use the entire bottle, and this is also the time that you would want to add a scent if you choose to. Here I'm dumping the little chunks of white and red wax pieces into the mold, and I'm making sure that the wick stays centered and is up straight. Then I'm just going to pour the pink wax into that and fill it up basically to the top. But I don't want to cover all the red and white pieces completely, because as you can see when it dries, you can see those sticking out the top, and I think it looks pretty cool. Let that harden and cool completely. Once it's all set, go ahead and trim the wick down to be shorter, and then you can carefully pop that out of the mold. So here's what it looks like. I actually think that the back of it or the bottom of it looks really cool too. So if there's a way to have this effect and still have it be functional, that would be awesome. Quickly, I want to mention, if you have excess wax left over that you don't want to waste, just pour that into the mold and let it harden as you would with a candle. But just keep those in with your candle making supplies, and next time you go to make candles, you have that color all ready to melt if you want to use it again. This candle would be a perfect gift for someone special in your life, or to just keep for yourself. Normally I just use candles as home decor and I don't burn them, especially having a cat here. He is very nosy and I don't trust myself or him to keep him safe, so I just don't really burn things. Especially with Valentine's Day coming up, I think this would make a perfect gift for someone in your life, or for a birthday or Christmas gift later on down in the year. It is completely functional, but I'm not going to let it melt down. I'm just going to show you that it does light and burn and everything. Moving on to candle design number 2, I'm using the same mold again, and I have already colored my wax and I have the wick secured into the mold. So all I'm doing here is just pouring it in, as you can see, and it's almost up to the top, and I'm just filling that other one with the excess so I have that to use in future projects. You have a little bit of time to work with the wick, so if it is off to the side like this, don't panic. The wax isn't going to harden right away. So you're just going to want to move this to the center and prop it up with a couple of popsicle sticks or something like a popsicle stick that you have lying around, and just leave those there until it completely cools and hardens. Fast forward a couple hours and I am ready to chop the wick down and pop that guy out. I don't know why it's a guy, but I'm just going to remove the candle carefully, and now I have a pretty pink one and a pastel blue. Like I said, you could just do a solid colored candle like this and call it a day. Very quick and easy, and you could make so many of these, but I want to do something I've never personally done before. I'm going to carve letters onto this candle and make it look like a cute conversation heart. I'm doing something simple and very cliche. I'm writing love or carving love, and the carving doesn't take very long, so even if you are in a time crunch, you could probably still get this done. When doing this, I'm going over the letters a few times and I'm making sure that the indent is deep enough to fill with wax and have it actually show after I carve it away. You'll see what I'm talking about in a second. So here, instead of working at the stove, I'm going to light a candle and take a spoon, just a regular kitchen spoon. I'm putting a tiny piece of red wax on there, and I am melting that. Now the heat should not travel up the spoon if you only keep this on for a few seconds, so don't worry about that, but if you are worried, you could wear a glove or something like that on your hand to protect yourself. So once that's melted, I'm just going to dump that on top of the letters. It should automatically fill in all the spaces, and you can start carving that off right away. I think that it's easier when it's a little bit mushy and still warm, but you do want to be careful when you're carving this that you don't go too far down, or you will accidentally get rid of all the red lettering depending on how far your grooves are, and you want to be careful that you don't make any like weird dips in the candle. I accidentally carved a deep line here that I had to get rid of and smooth it away. I've personally never seen this before. It's something that I came up with, not to say that I'm the first person who's ever come up with it, but I think it's a pretty cool and clever idea. It looks just like a conversation heart. I'd rather have this conversation heart candle than actual conversation heart candies because I think those are gross. Am I the only one? I don't think so. But yeah, let me know your favorite or least favorite Valentine's Day or any type of candy in the comment section below. Finally, if you guys don't want to deal with wax at all and you just want a very, very quick project to do for someone, you can try this. I have this glass container, and I also found these heart rhinestones in my crafting collection. They have adhesive on the back, so I'm just going to peel that sticker piece off, and I'm going to pop a few of these on to the outside of the container like so. I was at first planning to put them all the way around, but I decided just the 3 was enough, especially because when you do turn it around, you can see through, obviously, and I didn't want to look at that. So I'm finished with this part. Now I'm going to take some decorative fillers. You can use anything for this. I have some plastic ones, and they just kind of look like mini ice cubes or glittery. I don't know. They look pretty though. For this, you could really put anything inside. Clear marbles would look really pretty, or if you have heart-shaped fillers, that would look beautiful as well. And now I'm gonna pour water in, and it's really cool. Some of these float and some sink, so I think it gives the perfect effect to make a really beautiful candle centerpiece or decor piece for wherever in your house. And the final step is to pop a floating candle on top. I didn't mean to rhyme there. I feel like I say that in every video. I just am prone to random rhymes. And yes, if any of you guys are gonna say that the yellow doesn't really match or the off-white, I agree. I would rather have a white one or a silver one or even pink or blue, but this is all I had at my house, and I didn't want to go buy an entire bag of floating candles that I probably won't end up using very often. So I'm just showing you guys with this one and lighting it. I think that this looks really, really beautiful, and definitely a different way to create a candle for someone or yourself without all the hassle of melting wax and using molds and everything. Some of you may recognize this flowery water candle. I will link you guys to my previous water candle tutorial where I go more in depth about how you can create a oil burning candle. It's a really cool method and it burns for quite a while, and you can decorate it so many different ways. And if you did enjoy this video, please give it a thumbs up to let me know and help it get spread to YouTube recommended so more people can see it. I thank you all so much for watching. I hope that you enjoyed. If you did, please give it a thumbs up and also subscribe if you are not yet a subscriber here. I will see you guys very soon, and I hope you have a great rest of the day. Bye!